welcome to the Leadership Learning Hub. Well, my entire career, like 27 years of my career, there's one question I consistently get asked, और जो सवाल मुझे मिलता है वो बच्चों से भी मिलता है और बड़ों से भी मिलता है, exact same question. The question is that, for example, students पूछते हैं that what they can do to become the top student in their class, or उनके जो parents हैं, जो बड़े हैं, वो भी ये जानना चाहते हैं, so what they can do to turn their child into the top student. So I've picked today's topic to answer that question, and the topic is how you can turn yourself into a self-motivated learner. I think it's important that we understand the definition of self-motivation before we talk about what is a learning strategy that you're going to adopt to achieve that. Self-motivation is something which is intrinsic. ये अंदरूनी motivation है, not an extrinsic motivation, जिसमें ना कोई लालच है और ना कोई खौफ है. So you take the initiative to learn and or become a better learner. So it's a kind of driven internally, it's intrinsic motivation. William Glasser, who was an expert in human and clinical psychology, he did this study several years ago. And the study was to find out what is the most effective way to learn and what's the retention rate. So as you can see at the bottom of this graph, these are the different ways people learn. Some people learn by reading a book. Some people learn by listening to an audiobook. Some people learn when there are some visuals involved in it, some, graphics, could be a PowerPoint slide, etc. Learning by seeing and hearing, this could be, maybe a video or documentary or something, right? So where you have the audio and the visual both involved. So the next is the, learning by discussion, where you have two or more people engage in the conversation where they talk about a problem and then they brainstorm ideas and then come up with some recommended solutions. So this is kind of a method where I think most of the universities and educational institutes use it. In fact, this method is being used at the workplace too, right? And learning by doing. Learning by doing, retention is 80%. So when you start to apply what you have learned, your retention rate goes really high. It's 80%. So these are various methods, right? And I think probably you're familiar with those, but the question is, what is the most effective way to learn? And based on the William Glasser study, जो सबसे effective method है, वो है learning by teaching. We learn and we retain 95% of what we teach. So the question is, why learning by teaching is so powerful? उसकी वजह है, when you know that you are going to teach, you simply learn better. जब आपको पता है कि जो कुछ मैं यहाँ पढ़ रहा हूँ या पढ़ रही हूँ, I'm going to teach to someone, your ability to listen will drastically increase. You will pay attention to every single thing being said in that class. So my message for the young generation is, if you want to become a self-motivated learner, find someone who you can teach. It doesn't have to be like a big group of people you have to teach. Just find one person who is willing to learn from you. And pick the subject or the topic that you are most passionate about, right? अगर आपको मैथ अच्छा लगता है तो मैथ पढ़ा दो, अगर आपको साइंस अच्छी लगती है तो साइंस पढ़ा दो, and then gradually you expand your circle of influence and then start teaching other subjects too. And those who have school-going kids, the question for you is, do you get on their back to do their homework? And if yes, do you want to turn your kids to top student in the class without any external motivation? कोई लालच नहीं, कोई खौफ नहीं, without any external motivation. So to turn your kid into top student, what you should be doing? You already know the answer. your kids should be teaching you. You become their student. अक्सर हम घर में अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं, बजाय पढ़ाने के उनसे पढ़ें और जेन्युइनली पढ़ें, एंड आई बेट आप कुछ ना कुछ नया लर्न जरूर करेंगे. And the byproduct of this is your kid will learn how to become a leader because teacher is a leadership role. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. If you like it, let me know. If you didn't like the video, let me know so I can do a better job next time. Thank you.